It is times like these that I start thinking of myself herding goats when I was about 7. And my sister always reminds me that herding of goats and looking after cattle was part of learning how to strategize. It was, it was part of learning how to work as a team, because there were consequences if my goats or our cattle went into someone's field. So I learned all of those things from that kind of humble beginning. But colleagues, to stand here in front of you with this award also makes me think of my parents. They are both late. My mother was standard 1, I think it's like grade 3, I think. My father never went into class at all. But all he always encouraged me to do was to study and read. I don't know where he got that from, because he had never been to school himself. But what is humbling about all of this is that I do not see myself as anything special or better than anybody. I try to live a very normal life, including my workmates. I interact with them at the same level. I actually mostly tell people that even if you are at a higher position, for me, that is just delegation of authority. You are a human being first. And when you are delegated authority, it doesn't make you a better person. Especially when you're a CIO, it doesn't mean you know everything. That normally happens maybe in the military and the police and other places. But in ICT, if there's a CIO who knows everything, I would love to have coffee with them. Because we rely on the people or experts that we work with. It's all about experts that we work with and the teams that we lead and the direction that we give them. Otherwise, colleagues, this means a lot to me, and I'm hoping that my employer will also recognize that the support that they give me at work makes me work better with them at the top as well as my subordinates below me. But the important thing, after all, is to recognize that my peers appreciate the work that I do. I know people, if you've never been into an academic space, I know you are all learned here, but I'm referring to working inside as an employee. It's a very complex environment with so many people who know far much better than yourself. And they will not hesitate to tell you that. And I always humble myself and advise them to stick to learning, research, and teaching, which is their lane, and my lane is technology. But we work together very well, and I think the success of the institution, Wits institution, is based on the collaboration that happens between the academics and the ICT. But I just want to thank my teams. I know one of them is here, and I've learned a lot from most of you here. We interact most of the time. I'm a person who does not believe I know anything or know much. So most of the time I speak to some of you guys. I ask for direction, I ask for guidance, and I think that's the only way one can be sustainable. But I just want to thank everybody here for giving me the opportunity or even the platform to come and stand here with some of the very important celebrities. You know, in my lifetime, I never thought I would meet some of these important people like you. But the pleasing thing, colleagues, is that I do appreciate the fact that you have made a decision that for this year, I get this honor. But for me, it is quite humbling, and I'm hoping that my team, my family, my employer are going to be excited by this. Thank you very much.